Okay, we are going to do 4.2 and 4.3 with technology. These are shortcuts to the formulas you've been using. So 4.2 and 4.3, I call this technology, even though we were using lists, which are technology. This is even more of a shortcut. So these are shortcuts that are built into most calculators, including Desmos. And the Desmos version is actually easier than the graphing calculator one. So you guys using Desmos are going to be at a little bit of an advantage. So we have our three distributions, the binomial, but only two of them are on Desmos. So Desmos will house the binomial distribution, and I'll show you where that is, and it has the Poisson distribution. Both very easy to use. With binomial, we are going to be putting in the n, which is the number of trials, comma, then the p-value, which is the probability of success on a single trial. And then I'll show you how to put the x's in for which binomial probabilities you want to add together. For the Poisson, all you're going to fill in is the mean. So that's the mean number of occurrences given. And then I will show you how to work with the x's. Now, the geometric distribution, Desmos did not put it in. It must be a not very well-used distribution, but most stats classes talk about it. So we're going to get the geometric distribution on a web page. So the web page is eMath help. So there's two H's there. .net. Once you go to that page, along the top, you'll find a tab that says calculators. So click the calculators tab. And I'll be going through all this. Then on that page, you want to go to the calculator that's probability and statistics. And then once you're on this page, you're just going to scroll down. You're going to scroll until you find it's labeled geometric distribution calculator. And then the very first thing you're going to see that with the web page open up, the n that they talk about is going to be our x value. Then you have to fill in the p-value, the probability of success. And then it calculates all different kinds of probabilities, and I'll show you which one you have to pick. So it's real easy to use. So we'll go through the two Desmos ones and then the eMath one last. So our first example. So I'll write down the question and then we will go. Actually, I think I'm going to have to write down all three of them first. Then we'll go, because I have to switch web pages. Not so sure how well this is going to work. But I'll write down all three and you'll see how quickly we can do them. So number one is going to be the mean number of sick days taken by Mrs. Schwartz each year is 2. Find the probability that, and we'll go first question, that I take 4 sick days this year. Then we'll do no more than 2 sick days this year. And then we'll do at least 4 sick days this year. Okay, we'll come back and do these after we get them all written down. Okay, the next example. Oh, first of all, this one, which distribution is this going to be? And again, this is the easy one to pick out. When they're giving you a mean per time unit, that's automatically Poisson. So this one we'll have to go up to that web page for. All right, the second example. Get this out of my way. Number 2. You're going to take a 25 question multiple choice test. Each question has A through D as options. That's 4 options. And we're going to find a few probabilities. Find the probability that you get exactly 10 correct out of 25. B is going to be find the probability you get less than 10 correct. And the last question, find the probability that you get at least 15 correct. So now, which distribution is this? Because we know exactly how many trials we're doing, the probability of success, the probability that you guess correct is 1 out of 4. And we're looking for exactly how many successes. This is binomial. And then the third one, let's see, candy wrappers have a prize under them. And the candy wrappers say 1 in 6 wrappers will be a winning one. 1 in 6 wins. Find the probability that your first win happens. And we'll do several questions here. Find the probability that your first win happens on the second purchase. So your second wrapper you open. Find the probability that it happens before your 5th purchase. And then our last one will be find the probability that your first win happens after the 6th. So what are the chances when they claim 1 in 6? What's the probability that you really don't win on the first 6 you buy? So what's the probability that you win after the 6th purchase? So, okay, let's get, so this is obviously when that first success happens, not how many. This is our geometric. So let's go back to the first one, our Poisson. Let's switch over to Desmos and see how this works. So if I go to Desmos, I've already got it loaded up here. And get rid of this, go away. Bring up the keyboard here in the lower left, bring up the keyboard. Go under Functions. And then up here at the top 4 tabs, there's trig, stats, dist, distributions. And you can see we'll be using more of these later on, but we want a Poisson distribution. So click the Poisson. And it tells you right there, when it over on the left here, enter the mean. So if we go back, the mean number of sick days that's given is 2. And then now we want to mess with the x's. So you need to click the box, find the cumulative probability. So on this first one, it says 4 sick days, exactly 4. So what you need to do is put in the min, set that equal to 4, and the max, set that equal to 4. So put a 4 in the min spot and a 4 in the max spot, and there's the probability all calculated for you. 0.0902. So about a 9% chance. Okay, the next one, no more than 2 sick days. So you got, what does no more than 2 sick days mean? Well, no more than 2 means I'm looking to have 0, 1, or 2. I just can't be over 2. So now you can see, because I wrote this out, we're going to set the min to 0 and the max to 2. This distribution built into the calculator is going to do all of the probabilities and add them together for us. So it's way easier than what we were doing. There it is. So you've got a 0.677 probability of that. And then at least 4. At least 4 means 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to infinity. So this is nice because you can put infinity in Desmos, but you can't put infinity in the graphing calculators. They have to do a 1 minus the lower chunk, but watch this. So you're going to put the min at 4, and the max, you're going to start typing the word infinity. Infinity. So over here, min 4, max, unless there's an infinity symbol somewhere, I didn't really look. Infinity. As soon as I get the word infinity, it puts infinity in there, and then there's the probability, pops it right up. 0.143, 14% chance. So very easy to use on Desmos. Okay, switching to number 2, which is the binomial, which is also on Desmos. We'll go. I'll open up another one here. Go to functions, distributions, and we got binomial distribution. Here, it shows you right below, it wants the trials and the success probability separated by a comma. So on this one, we're doing 25 trials. Probability of success is 1/4 or 0.25. You can put either one in there. Close off the parenthesis. Again, click in the find cumulative probability. And it runs exactly like the last one. If you want exactly 10, you put the min equal to 10 and the max equal to 10. That will do that one probability for you. And we get 0.0417. Less than 10. So you just got to be able to interpret, what does less than 10 mean? Well, that's 0 through 9. 10 is not included in less than 10. So our min is going to be 0, and our max is going to be 9. Oops, shoot, got rid of it. Hit the wrong thing. Binomial 25, 0.25. Cumulative. All right. I've got 0 to 9, 0, comma, oh, comma, 9. 0.929. Pretty good chance of that happening. And then at least 15. Well, that means I want 15 up through getting them all correct. That's 15 to 25. So we don't have to do the 1 minus. This is just very easy to do. So backspace 25, min 15. Pretty small probability here. We got 3 zeros, 2, 1, 5. All right, now the geometric, like I said, is on that web page. You have to go to, I'm going to get rid of this one. Leave that. Open up another tab. emathhelp.net. emathhelp.net. Calculators along this top row. And if you scroll down, you will find probability statistics. Click that one. And then this, you just got to scroll down and you'll actually find it. And it's kind of far down. Geometric distribution calculator. Click more. Now here, you only got to fill in 2 things. It says enter the number of trials. That's our X value here. So where our X value is the second purchase. We want it to happen on the second purchase. So we'll put a 2 there. The probability of success, well, that's 1 in 6, so 1/6. Type that in. Make sure this says includes. The includes is the default. You don't want to change that. And then just go down to calculate. Give it a second. And now scroll down. And what it does is it gives you all probabilities around 2. So you've got X equals 2, under 2, less than or equal to 2, greater than or equal to. So now it's just interpreting, well, which one of these do you want? And we want it exactly on the second trial. So that's where X equals 2. So that probability is given right there, 0.139. So now it says before the 5th. So our X value is 5. That's what we're going to put in. But now we want before the 5th. So when we look at all of those probabilities, before the 5th means that X is less than 5. It doesn't equal. The probabilities don't equal 5, but for the calculator part, we do have to put in the cutoff value of 5. So this will be your N value that you put into this calculator. So I'll go back to the top. I'm going to switch the 2 out for a 5. I want to keep the 1/6, and then I'll just make it calculate again. And like I said, it does all, was there 6 probabilities down here? Oh, right there. 5 probabilities. And we want the one where X is less than 5 because it's before the 5th. So that's the second one, 0.518. And now we want after the 6th. So our N value that you're going to put in the calculator is 6. But then after the 6th means that X is going to be greater than 6. That's the probability we'll be looking for after we change our N value on this. So I'll change that to a 6. Keep that 1/6. Calculate. Scroll down. And we want the greater than 6 one. And that's the 4th one down, 0.335. And that's how you use the technology to do these very quickly.